G'day, my name is Brian Johnson, and just wrapping up a few things on the advanced traders mode, made simple, I hope. As you saw, we showed you game mode, and I want to point out a few differences. In game mode, I advise you to use these currencies here. In reality, in real trading, of course, you can use any set of currencies that correlate together. And a simple one was, of course, 101's compatibility, which was buys on these seven, and the sells on these, giving you a 14 and a balanced hedge currency, which gives you a low drawdown coefficient of the 14. During the week prior, I did some trades for you on another mode, and we started off with a 5,000 account, and I just wanted to show you this. We started on a 5,000 account. It was done a while ago. I haven't used much of it, but we wanted to use a 5,000 account, and we did those trades and run it up to, in a week, just over a week, to about 6,400. And I've just let them ride in and out, profit, loss, profit, and just take profit when profits due. The margin level is quite good, and that was last week's, just so you may remember we did those trades last week. This week we open up some new accounts, and we'll just go back over it and look at them. And this one we use as an indicator account with the 14, and we're still waiting for one to just come back into profit and close it out, because this is just an indicator account. And once again, I want to point out about ratios and business management. Business management is how I trade the Forex. It's based on equity. The opening equity when this account was $10,000, and it was opened up on the 27th of the 11th. Okay. So the equity was 10,000. The sales growth is $223. It's only a few trades done on this because this is an indicator account only, and the sales to equity ratio are about 2 to 1, which is the ideal level, and your margin level is kept at a great level. These are your buys and sells, and you can see we've currently got more sells on than buys. But if you count them up, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you can look up here on your on here, and you can see your ratio is buys is still more buys than sells. And let's look at it. If you click on here, and you can see at the moment, yeah, the sells are starting to come in. Can you see that? But the buys are still there, so it's a mixed bag at the moment. Okay, so we like to use the ratios of buys and sells to control our thing. We only take a profit when this starts to fall, and we use the basic two or three positions there as indication as buying what is currently the fastest trends at this moment. So I'm just referring you over, and we're looking at the trading one that we use, and you can see we started off at the week 27th, and we just started up slowly to give you an idea and a feel, and then started to race it up a little bit. So we built the account up to 915 sales. I think that's important, and the drawdown ratio is extremely low. Percentage of stock to sales at this moment it's a bit under. We could do more, but I'm only reiterating this for your benefit. You can see that the total ratio is very, very low. We're not pushing this account anywhere near to the maximum. We could, but remember that the euro is probably going to break up, and one should be very, very careful at the moment. Only trade drawdown because on, I think, about March the 10th or the 12th, it's predicted the euro will be in dire trouble and will probably wind up And I think at this stage is not a time to be talking trading live. Trade demo, demo, and practice. Practice is all you need to trade the forex. Okay, we've commented on that. So the three accounts, the drawdown is a little high in this one, but compared to the sales, it's 1,000 odd sales to 1,400 sales to 300. So it's a very good turnover factor, sales to stock. As you recall, I say equity growth, sales growth, stock turnover ratios, and overcount the overdraft on your account, which is your drawdown. So they all meet my criteria that the turnover should be at least 2 to 1. In this case, it's probably 3 to 1, nearly 4 to 1. Very good turnover factor for sales to stock. Okay, I'm always looking at business management rather than typical forex management. I look at it as a business. We're running businesses. The turnover ratio is this is underutilizing the overdraft facilities. But once again, you can see that the 95, it's a very high turnover factor. And of course, the ratio even on this one is about 2 to 1, which is about what you should expect. Okay, you always want to make sure that your account is growing and your equity is growing in proportion to your account, but you try and retain your sales to turnover. Supposing this 0.4 dropped down here and came into 3 or 4 profit, well, you can take it off and just bring your indicator back to a normal indicator. But always watch that before you take it off. This bottom line figure, the drawdown should be going down, and it should go down to about 88, 87 before you take that profit off. Of course, we wouldn't do that because that's an indicator and this is a profit. This is just an indicator to use the fastest moving currencies at the moment, which are the bottom ones. Okay, so once we go back into here, this one here would obviously, this is what I call a beginner's mode, a game mode. The real one, you would use the 14 currencies as here, and that's what I would use, the buys and the sells for a normal indicator, which is on here now. Right, before we go on, I want to repeat this. The Pitbull method for dummies is clearly laid out here. I don't want to read it right through, but I think you should read it carefully, as this is like your main file. It gives you the basics of it. I don't think you need to make it more complicated than it is. And yeah, I think first, by trading yourself in just print money, you become profit conscious. You know, that's so important when you're trading. So many traders think stop loss, 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 loss. That's not the way to trade. How can you trade when you're programming your mind to think loss? It takes 30 days. So that's why I say learn to print money. That's the most important thing. First, to focus on learning to print money. Money's easy. Forget trading signals and anything. Anyone can print money. They just have to get into the attitude of learning to actually think of taking a profit. That's so important in trading. To change one's thinking, it takes 30 days. Next, learn drawdown. Tip: the profit on the bottom line must be reducing at least the amount of profit you take. Remember, I showed you that clearly. You remember that. You remember that this profit on the bottom line and this take profit, this bottom line profit must be reducing before you take it. It pays when you're trading seriously to cover your cost. And I told you, 15 pips is your cost. 15 pips. Otherwise, you're going to increase your drawdown. Think about it. Simple things mean money to you. You're learning drawdown and the profit. One needs to learn fast action, trading no thought profit. There's a way to do that. It's how the Chinese do it in learning maths for the kids in Hong Kong, a revolutionary course. I once rode on the 3MW and everyone criticized me and said how crazy I was. I said one needs to use the wax on, wax off, and to visually see, concentrate on looking. But the Chinese use their thumbs, both thumbs linked together, and their first four fingers linked together like a camera that shots as a pair of glasses you open and close and focus on an area. And you do it over and over again until you become automatic trading. Automatic trading means no thought. You have no thought and you just take action. Now, learn drawdown control. Write the tips I give you down in front of you as you learn to take profit. Act, react, no thought. It takes a minimum of 30 days of high intensity trading to change your habits. Maximum order on is 12. I gave that in game mode. If you have the 14 on, it could be another four positions on maximum extra. Set the margin, set the maximum limit you use. Focus on the margin. Don't let the margin. If the margin level is getting down, stop trading. For God's sake, stop trading. Let it go into profit. Take the profits off as you see them. Drawdown. If the drawdown is greater than 10% of the account, stop trading. See profit. Take profit. Reduce your exposure. Before taking profit, see drawdown going to a minimum below current. You saw that. I just showed you that. Really important points. Profit. It should equal cost, 15 pips minimum. But of course, if you're trading a very, very one lot, 15 pips means $150. It covers your cost of about $15. So you don't have to take it at 15 pips when you're up trading bigger things. Trading range needs to be current, 20 pips minimum in a 4-hour chart. Otherwise, how can you get your 15? Follow the trend. Trade the trend now. Trade trend bias. We'll go back to bias. Look at the bias of your thing. We have here at the current form a bias that we're only two buys, two sells. It's pretty well, let's talk, it's pretty well a sideways market, isn't it? It's hardly moving. You really want to see a trend bias where there's lots and lots of sells going on or lots of buys. You want to look down the bottom ones. What is it? If you had 5, 6 buys down there, it's a strong buy bias, isn't it? Here it's just equal at the moment. It's a non-trending market. So we talk about trend bias. Follow the trend. Trade the trend. Learn patience. Be patient. Remember, the stuff in loss and profit just keeps going in a circle. You can wait. Don't be greedy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the normal profit loss cycle. The circle of trading exists in the Forex. Only now you have to be more careful because the economic circumstances do not warrant trading. Remember, the economic circumstances and the huge trading things are going to happen in the next few days. Please only trade demo. It's too dangerous to trade live now, believe me. If you don't, that's your point. Another points are you pick up, watch the video list, play a video regularly, over and over. See what other points you can see in it. There's no right or wrong way to trade. Anyone can print money. Get it in your mind, firmly in your head. It's easy to make trades. Learn drawdown. There's no right or wrong way. You can trade any indicator. Later we'll do extra videos on fine points of some indicators, but that's not what you do to learn trading. 95% of traders should be focusing on drawdown control, not on indicators. They don't make you money. Look, the Forex factory is a con. They're conning everyone. Don't get caught in the con of these people. They are conning you. There are thousands of systems, thousands of indicators. You'll only lose money unless you know how to control drawdown and how to manage your account. That's my opinion. It may be wrong. But think about it. There are better, in my opinion, firms that are more honest on the internet, that give you more bang for your bucks and don't try and lead you with lobbyists, crazy people, young kids trying to tell you you're crazy and knock everyone down instead of listening to others. Once you do this, write down, that should be a them. Write down them. Put them in your list. All the what ifs. Pick up points. Learn things yourself. Practice what if. Watch all the videos over and over again. You'll pick up points, believe me. I can't teach you. I can only give you this and show you. By practicing and watching, one learns. Everything is there. To train yourself to become a better trader, it takes time, patience, reading, watching videos every day until you train yourself. Remember, focus on a chart. Let me look at it a second. A chart, one chart, and we're going to go on to it and have a look. Here's a chart for you. All right, it's a lot messy at the moment. But look at this. Which are your points? Which are your main points? Of course, all these help you. This is Brian's index and the dollar index. That means that's going up. Look here. The Australian dollar index is still going up a little bit, not so fast. The New Zealand is going up. The Canadian is going up. The JPY and the US dollar is going down. There it is. But here are the points. Think about my 2 fingers and a thumb. Look at that area. It's like a magnet, like a pair of spectacles. Look at the area. The buy volume is 8338. The sell volume is 7898. Click on it. Bang, bang. Look. Switch over to the top area. Focus on it. Click on it. Bang, bang. Look at the price. What are you doing? You're training yourself so that you look at a chart and the chart, it becomes automatic reaction. Look over here, the signals, the MAC, the stochastic, and the EMA. Wax on, wax off, or use the Chinese. Simple, like a glass. Focus on it. Click, click once. Click, click twice. Click on the third. You've developed an automatic response to data feed. What's your subconscious mind? You learn to trade without thinking. It becomes a natural thing. You learn drawdown the same way. People say I'm crazy. In Cybernetics, written by Maxwell Maltz, a famous plastic surgeon years ago, said one takes 30 days to reprogram their thinking. Most of the traders are programmed to loss. They don't even know it. They're programmed. What's your stop loss? What's your stop loss? What the hell are you doing? You're programming yourself for failure. Stop loss doesn't exist in business, only in the Forex. One has to program his brain so it becomes automatic trading, automatic response. Get rid of the negative aspects. If you want to trade, if you want to learn trading, make it automatic. Traders will say this is not account balancing. What have I been teaching you? Drawdown control, business management. equity, growth, sales growth, turnover factor. This is all talking about management of your money, not hocus pocus stuff that exists. I'm sorry, I don't believe in it. I believe in business management. I believe in automatic trading responses. I believe in programming yourself for success, not failure. A winner never quits. A quitter never wins. Practice. Watch the videos non-stop. Your subconscious brain is absorbing. Every time you do it, it's listening and hearing and seeing. It's absorbing. It's becoming the best programmed computer in the world. No one can beat your own brain as a computer. Garbage in, garbage out. Put good stuff in, not ridiculous rubbish. I'm sorry, it's my opinion only, but I'm passionate on teaching trading as trading should be done. That is my passion. I'm old now. I will not quit. I have no time for crimps. I believe we all should share by giving to each other. By giving we gain 1,000 times more than we gave. Please help the firms realize that they are dealing with negativity by allowing others to manipulate their great starts they did, to allow criminals to manipulate their customs, to be like the news and use terrible tactics of going on mobile phones and hacking them, by allowing criminals to work in our organisations, in your organisation or others, and taking their side because it's financially benefit to you is not the way to run a business, in my opinion. My opinion only is in this thread. You can have your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I might be right. I might be wrong. I don't know. But what I do know is the way I trade the Forex. God bless you from Brian. I hope you pick up a few points in the videos which are on the Forex Factory, and I keep harping on this. You can simply go in there and put in your query, and yet you'll have these figures aren't up to date, but the videos are pretty well up to date. I think there's probably a couple of hundred here, but if not here, there's other ones that I have about 300 or 400. These figures here are growing every day, and in every way the numbers are going up and up. People are watching, people are looking. You can get all the information on here. You can go to other great sites. You don't have to go to the Forex Factory. You can go to sites like Steve's. There's hundreds of different great sites. Believe me, there's a TDS one of Forex TDS, great sites. Steve's on here. You can go into the Johns will be my people. I won't be on there much. Look, everything I've said, but you can go on there and you can also go in and listen to all the different traders giving you information how they trade on the Doji thread, which is great. I love listening to other people's opinions. We all learn from others. We all learn from other traders, don't we? Learn from others. There are thousands of different things you can do. Yeah, even listen to one. The three. The basis of three. He's a bit eccentric, but he's a great trader. He trades a price now. Learn from these people. Listen. Don't knock them. Everyone has a good point. Everyone has a great idea. Less and less time I'm spending. I'm handing it over my things to people like Russ and Dave and guys like that have been with me for a long time. The Forex Factory unfortunately, there's no longer a legitimate, honest business because of the wackos on there. I think the management is probably good, but they've lost their way in catering to the people that put ads on their site. I think people put ads on the site is good. You can take their money. Great. I like it. Why not? But when they start running your business and dictating, allowing wackos to stop great information, maybe in the future they'll allow a thread, maybe they won't. But perhaps it was potentially risky for the paymasters. I wish the Forex Factory well. I hope they can sort out one day the true meaning of businesses and allowing information to run and not allowing crazy people to manipulate their business. It's my opinion only. Please, please don't take my opinion to be gospel. I may be wrong. Quite often I am. But what I do know is the things I'm giving you are from the bottom and the best I can give you. The best help I can give you by giving, I've gained 1,000 times more in my life than I've gained. That is the real secret of success. God bless from Brian.